this and more. I want to start, Senator, if you don't mind, with this Asia trip, which I think has become more consequential, or at least as consequential as his Mideast trip. I mean, the deal with Japan, by the way, is 10%. They agreed to send 10% of 1 year's GDP of the country to the United States in investments. A deal with Malaysia that might involve some of the rare earth materials that China was looking to get its hands on, and mostly a shot above the bow of China to say, we are not abandoning China. We still have clear interest in China, in Asia. China, Japan, Malaysia, these are all areas that we, the United States, are interested in and will help defend.
Well, David, if you take a look what happened underneath the Obama administration, it opened the door for the One Belt, One Road initiative. The Belt and Road Initiative is what the public calls it. And that was a 100-year plan as a result of a Pacific trade deal that didn't take place during Obama. What's happening right now is President Trump is restructuring the Pacific and Asia on saying, hey, we're your trade partners. China's being too aggressive. China overshot when they said that they were going to have people start licensing any product that was made with more than 1% of rare earth minerals that came from China. It gave President Trump an opportunity there to go restructure the trade deal and fix the failures of the Obama administration. So this goes back 10 years. What you have a president that is the art of the deal. He's the guy who wrote the book, and he's over there delivering on what he does best. He's a business guy first, a politician second, and he is making America great. And he's having our partners in Asia come back to us and say, hey, we want to work with you. We want to trade with you. We're going to invest in America because you're the partner of the future, not China.
Exactly. He's pulling those allies away from China, both economically and militarily. But, Senator, we want to get back to where you are right now in Washington, D.C. It's been a little bit quiet there, except for Chuck Schumer's whining that we can hear all over the world. He's very sad he's not getting a lot of attention, so let's give him some attention. Senator Chris Murphy, an ally of Schumer's, notably voted against the bill that would have paid federal workers during this shutdown. And he's now bashing Trump's methods for finding ways to pay the troops. Let's listen and get your thoughts on the other side.
I think one of the reasons that President Trump is refusing to negotiate is because he likes the fact that the government is closed, because he thinks he can exercise king-like powers. He can open up the parts of the government that he wants. He can pay the employees who are loyal to him. I mean, this is a leader who is trying to transition our government from a democracy to something much closer to a totalitarian state.
I mean, Senator, what an outrageous argument, given that Republicans in town have done everything to vote many times to open the government. The president has called on Democrats to do the same. And in addition to punishing the troops and our air traffic controllers, SNAP benefits are about to run out on November 1st. That's this weekend. 41.7 million Americans enrolled in that program, $351 per household. So it seems like Democrats are completely willing to inflict suffering on the people who depend on these paychecks for the sake of saying President Trump is a dictator.
Well, Katie, what you have is you have Chris Murphy, who's more interested in running for president than he is actually doing his job. He's just trying to deflect his own responsibility. He knows that Schumer shut down the government. He knows he shut down the government, too, and he's trying to deflect his responsibility. The truth is we could open the government in 5 minutes. This is what we're asking them to vote for is a clean CR, a CR that Chuck Schumer wrote when he was in office in September last year when he was the leader of the Senate at that time. That's when Biden was in office. This is a 24-page clean CR that they actually wrote. He voted for it in September. He voted for it in December. He voted for it in January. And now he's wanting to shut down the government because of political ambitions, and it has nothing to do with policy. Remember, it was Kathleen Clark, the #2 Democrat in the House, that said that we understand families are suffering, but it's the only leverage point we have. Chuck Schumer and Chris Murphy own this shutdown, and they know it. And it has nothing to do with policy. It has to do with politics and their reelection ambitions.
But it's not just Republicans are up against. Now you have the union, the Federal Workers Union, 800,000 strong. Folks inside the Beltway that are overwhelmingly Democratic came out and said they want that CR to be signed so they can get back to work. So,
Right.
I mean, they're beginning to go against their own constituents as well as the Republicans.
Well, that's why the Democrat Party has the lowest ratings they've had ever in history of the party. You got to think about it. They're not representing the workers anymore. They're not representing the American people. They're representing Marxists. I mean, the leader of the party is a communist that's going to be elected at the mayor of New York in a matter of days. And you have Bernie Sanders and AOC, the two leading candidates for the 2028 presidential election for the Democrat Party. I mean, they are not the party of JFK anymore. They're a party of extremists, and that's why their rating is at below 40. I think the last time I checked it was around 35%, because you have leaders like Chuck Schumer, like Bernie Sanders, like Chris Murphy, and AOC that's leading the party to this extreme left, and they've left their base behind. That's why the unions are now coming to the Republican Party, and we welcome them.
Yeah, they're extreme, but it seems like they're actually the new normal inside the Democratic Party. Thank you,
That's so
Senator,
true.
so much. Great
Thanks
to see
a
you.
lot,
you.
Senator.